Brinkfest canceled. Several hundred fans of the radio station 106.6 The Brink have disappeared from their places of work after listening to a late-night radio show hosted by Michael Stone, known to his listeners as DJ Mike. The event venue has agreed to cancel the long-awaited festival, Brinkfest, after the radio host went missing after his last show, known as the Devil's Hour, almost 2 weeks ago. Police have been able to obtain a recording, but it is reported that listeners who were exposed to the show have suffered from memory loss and disassociation. Law enforcement is attempting to remove all instances of the show from the internet. In recent news, the Harvest Festival is here.
Uh, Hi, good afternoon. We're just recording these interviews for our records. Please describe who you are.
Who I am? That's a little vague. I'll start from the top. My name is Damien. I use he, him pronouns. I'm 26, and I work here in the clinical lab because it is a part of my degree requirements to graduate from vet school.
Before you became a lab tech, what were you doing?
I was in undergrad, so I was studying bio, and my job, if you could call it a job, is I worked at a roller rink. It sucked.
A roller rink?
Yeah, like roller skates, neon lights, popcorn all over the floor.
Why did you become a clinical lab technician?
Well, the only way they let you have a degree to treat anything living, people or animals in my case, is if you get a lot of experience dealing with living organisms first. So working in the lab and doing all of these blood tests is a part of my way to the degree. And the light is at the end of the tunnel. It's close.
What's the type of work you do as a lab tech here?
It's mostly blood tests. So we test medications on blood to make sure that everything is dandy with new meds. And we also do standard testing for disease, infection, that kind of stuff you get done at the doctor's office like once a year here.
What would you rather be doing?
I'd love to actually be working with the animals, but you only really get to do that in class right now.
Why do you think it's too late for you to change jobs in your career?
It's been a lot of years, a lot of money that I owe the government in loans that hopefully they'll forgive maybe. But like it's way too much sunk cost into this to change. And like I do like it. I just have to like get through the bad part.
All right, David, I'm stopping the recording and taking off my corporate hat. I've heard that you write in a journal. What kind of stories do you write about when you're sitting alone in a dark building?
I'm sitting alone in a dark building. I guess when I'm alone in the dark, especially here, it's just easy for me to think about what will go wrong and when it will go wrong and how it will go wrong. And then I try not to think about that. Um, and it's like a never-ending cycle, and I just end up thinking about what this place might be built on at the end of the day.
What this place might be built on?
You know, we don't exactly live in the most well-populated area, kind of middle of nowhere to have a lab.
Why do you keep that photo by your desk?
It's surrealist and it's cool, and it keeps my creative brain running when all the blood slides get monotonous and boring.
Thank you. It's like any other night during your shift, uneventful. You usually work alone, though sometimes there are a few other late night stragglers. Even though you've gotten in trouble several times for listening to the radio, you continue to do so, avoiding your manager's gaze. You're not even allowed to use social media at work, so this radio show is the only thing that you can still get away with. Your favorite show on the radio is Devil's Hour with DJ Mike. It's almost like you know him now, as if you're friends. He's the only person who keeps you company while you're in the lab, surrounded by beakers and microscopes under the fluorescent lighting. You keep a journal at work. This is your line of communication to the next lab tech, who you consider a friend. It's also a log for you to keep track of anything out of the ordinary under the microscope. But it's mostly for you to leave silly notes to your friend. As you take a sip of your beverage, you gear up for the rest of your night with the sound of DJ Mike to keep you company. You don't know that tonight, you're about to lose yourself.
Well, it's peaceful. Nobody bothers me. I don't have to mask my personality. There's no code switching. Nobody ever calls on the phone. Nobody's ever here. Listening to the radio show and leaving. Mostly my cat. My cat is at home. I also miss my bed, which is at home. But the night shift does pay extra, so I'm here, even though I am really tired. Sometimes we call a boss officer, sometimes enforcer if I'm like really in a bad mood.
Hiya, listener. My name is DJ Mike. I'm a late-night radio DJ who's been on the air for a few years now in Akron, Ohio. A lot of folks around town know me. Hell, you've probably heard me chatting with your favorite celebrity rock stars. But enough about me. I want to hear about you. Before we get started with the game, I have some questions I'll need you to answer. If you need time to think, please remember to pause the soundtrack. On to the questions. You first heard me on the radio when you were going through a hard time. What was that time? I'll give you a few minutes to write down your answer or say it out loud.
Well, when I got to the really hard parts of studying to be a vet, I started to think a lot about dying. It's not super uncommon. A lot of people who become veterinarians actually, you know, um, but yeah, I was thinking a lot about the meaning of death and the length of life, and I wasn't actually sure that I was gonna make it.
Now, for the next question. Why do you enjoy listening to me? Again, I'll give you some time to write down your answer or say it out loud.
Why do I enjoy listening to you? Well, you keep my company. You don't judge. I can talk to you and I don't have to have like any fear about what you're going to say back or how you're going to react. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of freeing. I like it. You're good company, Mike. Thanks.
For the last question, what do you think I'll save you from?
Kind of a freaky question, Mike, huh? Save me. I think that you'll save me of dying from boredom on this shift, that's for sure. I don't know what else. Loneliness, falling asleep, mostly the boredom, I think. It's quiet in here.
After responding to my questions, you will be listening to my show. When you reach a point where music is playing, you will spend that time responding to the questions in the book. Like before, if you need more time to write your answers, remember to pause the soundtrack and finish your writing before pressing play again. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you. Now, on with the show.
Brinkfest, the biggest indie music festival in Akron, Ohio, is only a few weeks away. Don't forget to get your VIP tickets to meet all your favorite bands, like Don't Do It Neil and Buckeye Buttercup. Sign up for that VIP experience today on the 106.6 The Brink website, sponsored by Infernal Brewery and presented by IBS. Drink responsibly.
It's 3 a.m. and it's time for
The Devil's Hour.
My name is Mike, and I'm here in the studio hanging out with all of you night owls. Maybe some of you are getting home from a party, maybe had a few too many to drink, maybe you're going home with someone new. Whatever it is, I'm here with you at this late hour. We have some late night trivia tonight. Callers will have a chance to win one VIP ticket to the Brinkfest. You'll get to hang out with the bands backstage, enjoy the open bar sponsored by Infernal Brewery, and of course, spend the evening with me. Give us a call at the studio at 330 and keep your friend Mike company. Maybe even win a ticket to Brinkfest. As we wait for the callers to roll in, let's get into our first song of the night, Time in Three Phases by Team Callahan.
A man sits down next to me, throws his backpack like a bomb, slaughters all my silence.
All right. It is 3:11 a.m. Let's get to this. Write this down. We have sample 6A331, and that looks totally normal to me. So normal that it actually hurts. Nothing to see here. Congratulations to the healthy owner of this blood. I'll record those results in the system accordingly.
1 foot forward, 1 foot back. This is the no man's land of time. Why can't I?
What do you hope that the next lab tech will think of you?
Oh, I hope that the next lab tech thinks that I do my job right, because I hate to be thought of as like a quack. And I hope that they think of me as a friend, because I think of them as a friend. We talk through the book and everything.
Why do you look forward to this radio show?
Well, I have no other entertainment. The music is way better than silence. I hate silence, and at this hour, it's, you know, this radio show or weird classical. Nothing against classical music, but this is just way better.
Checking all those pixels and those pages. That refresh button, suicide of real.
hear something tap against the window. It turns out it's just a pigeon. It flies away as soon as you notice it. Why do pigeons hold significance to you?
Well, I think that people mistreat pigeons. They're kind animals, and people wish them ill. They call them rats, and they put spikes on their houses and on their buildings just so the pigeons won't sit on them. And I never thought that it was that big of a deal that you are a whole person with an entire building and then a bird wants to sit there. They've been here longer than us, really. Just let them sit there. I feel bad for them.
Do you think you are good enough at trivia you could win a VIP ticket to Brinkfest?
It depends on the category. I might be able to do some categories, but if they whip out, literature, never really my thing. So it depends. Not that I'm able to call in anyway, because if I get busted on my phone, I'll get fired.
You just heard Time in 3 Phases by Team Callahan. They're going to be at Brinkfest in a few weeks, so remember to get those tickets now before they're all sold out. If you're just joining us, my name is Mike, your wonderful DJ and host for the evening. It's trivia night tonight, and callers get a chance to win 1 VIP ticket to the festival to spend the night with me. And it looks like we have our first caller. Hi, you're live on the air.
Hello?
Hey there, you're live on the Brink. What's your name?
Oh, wow. Yeah, my name's Kid. I'm a huge fan of the show.
It's great to meet you, Keen. You ready for your trivia questions for a chance to win a VIP ticket?
Fuck yeah. I mean, shit. Yeah.
All right. I'll have to remind you that even though we are playing a late night show, we do have to keep the cursing to a minimum for our international listeners.
Right, yeah, sorry.
Your first question is, what is the largest animal in the world?
A lion?
Next question, what's the small piece on the end of a shoelace called?
Pass.
Last question, what kind of bulbs were used as currency at one point in history?
Oh, tulips.
Did you look that last one up?
Yeah, I did.
That hesitation in your voice gave it away. How do you think you did?
Not good.
Let's take a look and see if you won. Drum roll, please. Unfortunately, you did not win the VIP tickets, but you do get a chance to tell the world your name and that you did not survive
Devil's Hour Trivia.
My name is Kid, and I did not survive Devil's Hour Trivia.
Thank you for calling. Our next song is Treason by Don't Do It Neil.
Alright, let's get to the next one. It is 3:23 a.m. I am inspecting 6A332, sample 6A332. After a few moments with this one, I noticed that the edge of the slide was chipped. The blood has oxidized slightly, so we should request a new sample from the patient or pull some more if we have more. I'm not gonna stop my row now. Sorry in advance, and I don't think I was the one that chipped the slide, but if I did, also sorry for it.
Why does listening to DJ Mike feel like you're with a friend sometimes?
Well, Mike talks, and he kind of just seems to know things. And you talk, and he talks, and he leaves like just the right amount of space for you to answer. So it's almost like he's listening to you back. And a lot of the time when you talk to people, they don't actually listen to you back, so it's nice that he does it.
Why did the caller who answered the trivia questions remind you of someone in your family?
Kind of reminds me of my uncle. He's always awake at this time, but like not because he's working. He's just kind of up. He's kind of given up on everything. Kind of similar to that in a way. You know.
What does this current song remind you of?
This is kind of like if they took hyperpop and then they invented it in 2010s, the early 2010s, maybe even like 2000 instead of the 2020s. And I don't like it. This is not my favorite pick of his. Maybe someone will tell him at breakfast.
Tired of hearing the same 11 hit songs? Well, you're at the right place because we're not like those other radio stations. You're listening to 106.6 The Brink.
You just heard Treason by Don't Do It Neil. Hope your night is going well and it's not full of treachery. For those of you who are just joining us now, I'm Mike and we're doing Devil's Hour Trivia. The lucky winner will get one VIP ticket to Brinkfest. Afterwards, maybe we can spend the night going through all of our weird tracks like the one you just heard. The number to dial is 330. Again, that's 330. It looks like we have another caller.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Mallory, and I love you, Mike. I listen to your show every night.
You must stay up pretty late for work then, Mallory.
Oh, no, I don't sleep much. I wake up early just to listen to you talk.
Well, thank you for being an avid listener. You ready for your trivia questions?
Yeah.
Your first question is, what is the largest animal in the world?
A blue whale is the largest animal in the world. But it's actually second to your...
Next question. What's the small piece on the end of a shoelace called?
Aglet.
Last question. What kind of bulbs were used as currency at one point in history?
Oh, God, I don't know. Light bulbs?
Time's up. How do you think you did?
I think I did okay. Thanks to you, Mike.
Unfortunately, you did not win the VIP tickets.
Well, I'm just happy I got to talk to you. You know, ever since I first heard you, I thought to myself, me and Mike, we have a connection, a bond.
Thank you. Please tell the world your name and that you did not survive Devil's Hour Trivia.
Don't you agree? Don't you think we have something? I love you.
I'm flattered, but let's keep it moving.
I want to lick your...
Thank you for calling. Unfortunately, it seems like the lines are a little finicky today. Luckily, we have our next song lined up, and it's called... Oh, it looks like it's untitled. And no band name. But that's what we're all about, supporting the indie artists here at 106.6 The Brink. Here we have Untitled Track from Unknown Band.
Untitled ones are always good. Alright, next sample. It is now 3:33 a.m. and we are on sample 6A 333. That's ironic. Let's see. Sample 6A 333 is also damaged. Same chip, same place. Who transported these? I hate to be the guy who asks who closed last night, but these are oddly similar issues. Like the chip is in the exact same spot. It could also be an issue with the slides, so maybe that should be investigated in the morning with the enforcer or the third party that supplies our slides. Yeah, that's weird.
Why did the caller who answered the trivia questions remind you of your friends?
Caller was a little weird. That's the phrasing I'll use. They were a little weird. But it seemed like they had good intentions, and my friends, they tend to have good intentions most of the time. Pave the way to roam with those good intentions to hell. How does that one go? They've got good intentions. They try.
Why do you think you and DJ Mike would be friends in real life?
Well, we're both direct communicators, I think, after that call. And that thing easy.
Look at the photo on your desk. You notice something you've never noticed before. What do you see?
Like a pineapple.
Why does this song feel calming to you?
This song? You know, I knew it. The untitled tracks are always the good ones. It kind of sounds like video game music, and that feels very at home. And it also has like the kind of vibe where you're watching a thing or you're playing a thing and it's like raining and this could be playing. I like that.
Despite some of the strange sounds, this song throws you into a state of peace, as if it's lived in your mind since you were conceived, and now it's finally come to the surface. You are so grateful to DJ Mike for playing it.
Oh wow, that was definitely something. You just heard Untitled Track by Unknown Band. What a spooky little number. If you're calling me tonight for Devil's Hour Trivia, you might be able to win a VIP ticket to Brinkfest. The number to dial is 330. Again, that's 330. And we have another caller. Hi, you're live on the air.
Hello.
Hello there. Can you tell me your name?
I don't think you're ready for it yet.
Okay then. Well, are you ready for your trivia questions?
That depends if you are, Mike.
I guess I have to be. Your first question is, what is the largest animal in the world?
Are you happy with the little bit of attention you're getting from your fans?
I'm the one asking the questions. Next, what's the small piece on the end of a shoelace called?
Do you think you'll ever find the success that you desire by spending time with washed-up rock stars who can't even remember your name?
Buddy, answer the question. What kind of bulbs were used as currency at one point in history?
Did your life turn out the way that you wanted it to?
Listen, you can't do this when we're live.
Your transformation has already begun.
A lot of weirdos out tonight, huh? Probably a full moon or something. Watch out for those werewolves and zombies, folks. let's get on to the next song. Here's Got That by Omar Starr.
Though typically there will be other employees in other rooms, you notice that there's no one around tonight. Maybe there are other people on other floors of the lab. Note the current time.
I guess I really am all alone tonight. Get back to it. It is 3:45 a.m. We are on sample 6A334.
You inspect another blood sample and notice that some of the cells are moving, swirling as if they are alive. You blink and rub your eyes. When you turn back to your microscope, the cells have stopped moving. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Note what you observe.
Sample 6A334 is standard and healthy. I am feeling a little weird tonight, so I'd appreciate a second look at this in the morning. Thanks, dude. Yeah, just take another look at this one in case I missed something.
The light in your lab flickers a little. When you go to investigate the light switch, it seems like nothing is wrong with it.
Huh?
Is this worth noting in your journal? If so, write it down.
Also, by the way, one of the light bulbs down here, needs to be changed near the door. It started flickering about this time, so light bulb needs to be changed, or the ghosts are finally coming for us. Either or.
So gather round, I'll make you feel so much better now. You don't play games, but you better now. I'll make it cozy, I'm from the south. I caught you hoping I'd come around. I'll take a potion, you wonder how.
Why did the last caller on the radio remind you of someone you know?
The last caller reminded me of a version of myself that I really don't like. Not a real version of me, not one that I am, but intrusive thoughts made into a person.
What do you think you and DJ Mike could spend the day doing if given the chance?
I mean, would he ever actually want to hang out with me? I think being at the studio would actually be cooler than being at the festival. Because the festival is going to be crowded, but the studio is, that's what he does. So we could talk about weird albums and stuff. It would be cool.
Working these late night shifts can be scary, especially when there isn't anyone else on your floor. But you're not alone as long as DJ Mike is there with you. He seems to be going through a lot tonight too. It's like you both have similar projects.
Mike, what is it that you do? This part when you play songs and we listen to them? Because you already know the songs. You just sit there. It's gotta be kind of lonely and freaky too, right? Make you feel so much better now. You don't play games, but you better now. I'll make it cozy, I'm from the south. I caught you hoping I'd come around. I'll take a potion, you wonder how. Sweet, I'ma get with this heat that I spit. It's a reasonable bet you won't meet. You just pick the best one in town.
Ready to rock out with the biggest indie names like Don't Do It Neil and Buckeye Buttercup? Come join us in Akron for Brink Fest. VIPs can spend all night with their favorite DJ Mike while double fisting beer from Infernal Brewery. Infernal Brewery, Ohio's own ring of hell. Drink responsibly.
Hi everyone. It's still Devil's Hour, and I'm here trying to give away these VIP tickets to Brinkfest. It's been a pretty long night already, so please do me the favor of not being creepy when you call. See who our next caller is. Hello? Hello? You there? Hello? Sounds like we have a problem with the lines.
I will consume you.
Listen, buddy, I don't know what the fuck you're playing at, but you can't do this on the air. All right, we're going to move on to the next song. We have a track called Pinch Me to Kill by Dr. Paranoid. Enjoy.
Okay. Alright. Okay. 354.
You swear you hear something knocking inside the large centrifuge several feet away from you. When you go to investigate, you find nothing. Is this worth noting in your journal?
So, the ghosts are definitely here. The pipes are making weird noises. I actually think that the whole building is falling apart.
You inspect another blood sample, and you are mesmerized by the pattern on the cells.
Pinch me to kill, pinch me to kill, till I can feel.
Sample, this sample is 6A335. It's actually sort of pretty. Like, all the cells seem symmetrical. Not different, like snowflakes are different, but patterned, like snowflakes are. A healthy sample, though.
Why did the last caller shake you to your core?
Because who does that? The fact that there are people that would devote their time at 3, 4 in the fucking morning to doing stuff like that is psychotic. It's like awful.
Why do you think DJ Mike is your best friend?
Well, Mike and I hang out 5 nights a week, so he hangs out with me more than anyone else does. Every single night. I'm with him.
Look at the photo on your desk. There's something different about it. What do you see?
There's a little thing. Top left corner. A security camera? Is that always there?
You wonder, is this how scared Mike feels right now? Maybe. It can't be a coincidence that the same thing is happening to both of you.
got into DJing wasn't for the music. Yeah, I enjoy music. I like music. Who doesn't? I had a band like a lot of kids did in the 90s and early 2000s, but it wasn't ever for the music. If it were, we probably would still have the band, but we were shit. Erica went on to become a doctor. Steve had kids and moved to Oregon. But me, I stuck around. I never left Akron. I never will. I say I do this for you, and a part of that is true, but I actually do this because I want to feel less alone. I'm so alone. So dark in this room. My hands. They're turning into something else. Oh, my fingers are stretching, growing like tendrils, covering the room. There are these vines that are growing out of me. It hurts, but I can't move. I want to scream, but my throat feels like it's being taken over by something. I'm not me anymore. I'm alone.
Mike? Oh God, Mike.
Where the sun sink into the sea.
Oh God, I gotta finish this shift. It's 4:05 a.m.
You inspect another blood sample, and you see that time has slowed. The cells dance like they did before, but this time, you feel as if they're trying to tell you something.
This blood? This blood is strange. Is it human? Is it maybe something else? I don't know what it is.
There's a humming in your ears. It's low and barely noticeable, but it bothers you. Is this worth noting in your journal?
There's humming, buzzing. Why?
What do you wish to tell your best friend, Mike?
Mike? It's gonna be okay. There are people listening, and someone will call 911, or someone will send help to the studio. Send help.
What do you want to do about what's happening to Mike?
I want to leave. I want to go help him. He's in pain. He needs help. He needs help. And I don't want to be in this lab anymore tonight.
Despite his suffering, you feel closer to him. You feel almost as if you can hear his thoughts.
To be
The biggest indie music festival in Akron, Ohio is only a few weeks away. Don't forget to get your VIP tickets to meet all your favorite bands, like Don't Do It Neil and Buckeye Buttercup. Sign up for that VIP experience today on the 106.6 The Brink website. Sponsored by Infinite War.
Who am I? I don't know. I don't remember my name. But I know we are meant to come together. We are meant to come together as one. We're the same, you and I. Let the parasite flood your space and crawl under your skin comfortably, like it has always been there, because it has. Can you hear it breathing? Can you feel it listening? We're just waking it up now, and we're going to be together. We are one.
It's 4:15 a.m.
You inspect another blood sample and you watch it seep out of the side of your view, escaping out of frame. You feel a pinch in your arm.
I messed up this sample. I'm sorry. The frame is broken.
The humming has gotten louder. It's a constant, high-pitched noise. It bothers you momentarily, until it doesn't. As if you tuned into a new frequency. You hear Mike's thoughts. What are his thoughts?
We are so confused, but not violent. We are just searching for something. Might be us.
You feel something inside of you writhing like it's trying to get out. What changes do you experience?
I can feel it everywhere, like it's crawling up the inside of my chest. It's breaking out of the backs of my hands. I can't see right, but I can hear everything. Everything. I hear everything.
Look at the photo on your desk. You see it. It's as clear as day. What is it?
That's our heart. It's our heart in our ribcage.
What is the thing that you are transforming into?
Something bony and taloned. I'm soft and I'm sharp. I'm bloody. We're surrounded by it. It's flesh and bone, but it's not mine.
All that you feel is love, and love is all you are. You feel connected with Mike, but not just Mike. You also feel connected with everyone who is listening tonight. What is the final thought that you have as yourself before you become enmeshed with your new family?
I always knew that there was more.
Write in the journal. We are together.
Brinkfest. We are Brinkfest.
One.
You're listening to 106.6 The
In the weeks that pass, Akron grows quiet after the sound has made its way into the minds of the people in the area. The airwaves crackle into nothing. The buildings, cars, and trains decay in their abandonment. But nature still moves, and she finds her way into the crevices of what used to be human invention, rendering it useless. The only sounds left are the birds rejoicing and the squelching bodies that have found their way to one another, linked together by their core processing unit, who used to be known as DJ Mike. You are one of the many links and appendages that obeys life. One day, you are sent on a task to find new bodies to recruit to the colony. You wander back to your old work, and you find your old journal. Do you remember your name?
No.
Do you remember what you did when you were here last?
I worked here.
Do you remember your friends?
Mike. I remember Mike.
Do you remember who you loved the most?
Mike.
They will try to hide the sun, posing as the moon. They will try to score their points, stumping over you. There's no use in trying to save the day, 'cause superheroes they flew away. So please tell me I'm sleeping. Tell me I'm sleeping.
Perfect. Good. Thank you.
I can't pretend to be relaxed, but I can fake an anxiety attack.
Oh no, yeah. Now you're not relaxed. Now you're like losing your shit a little bit, and that was excellent. I'm still convinced it's fake.
They like The Last of Us and Fallout and Castlevania got all these nice, amazing shows with good writing teams and good casting, and the Fallout show even hired cosplayers to make props. And what do we have? Kevin Hart and Jamie Lee Curtis.